a frozen hell life in the trenches of the Western Front, 1914, a winter unlike any other. Imagine the biting cold, the mud thick as glue, the stench of death ever present. This was the brutal reality for soldiers on both sides. Christmas was approaching, but the festive spirit seemed a world away. These men were not enemies by choice. They were sons, fathers, brothers, caught in a conflict they barely understood. Yet, amidst the horror, a flicker of humanity was about to shine. The trenches were a breeding ground for disease and despair. Rats, lice, and trench foot were constant threats. The fear of snipers and artillery fire was ever present. Sleep was a luxury, snatched in short bursts amidst the deafening noise and bone-chilling cold. This Christmas hope seemed lost in the frozen wasteland of no man's land. Then, on Christmas Eve, something remarkable happened. From the German trenches, a familiar melody drifted across no man's land. Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, Silent Night, Holy Night. It was a carol, sung in German, but its message resonated with the British soldiers. It was a message of peace, of hope, of humanity shared. The British soldiers listened, hearts heavy, memories of home flooding back. Then, spontaneously, they began to sing their own carols. The first Noel, O come all ye faithful, songs of comfort and joy in the midst of despair. The music echoed across the battlefield, a fragile bridge between enemies. As dawn broke on Christmas Day, a tentative truce emerged. Soldiers, hesitantly at first, emerged from their trenches. They met in no man's land, the space that had separated them for months, that had claimed the lives of so many. But on this day, it became a place of peace and shared humanity. Conversations were had, gifts were exchanged, cigarettes shared. Stories of home and loved ones were swapped. For a brief time, the horrors of war faded, replaced by the simple act of human connection. In an incredible display of unity, a football match broke out. Men who, hours before, were shooting at each other, now laughed and cheered together. Section 4, a shared moment of peace, burial, and brotherhood. The truce wasn't just about camaraderie, it was a time for solemn reflection. Soldiers from both sides worked together to bury the dead, laying to rest those who had fallen in the no man's land between them. The Christmas truce was a testament to the power of shared humanity, even amidst the brutality of war. For a brief, shining moment, hope triumphed over hatred. Yet this shared moment of peace was tragically fleeting. The truce, spontaneous and unofficial, lasted only a day or two in most places. The guns fell silent, but the shadow of war still loomed large. The truce was a fragile flower, blooming briefly in the wasteland, soon to be crushed under the weight of conflict. Section 5, the fog of war returns orders and obedience. As quickly as it had begun, the truce unraveled. Commanders on both sides, furious at the fraternization, issued strict orders forbidding further ceasefires. The war machine churned back to life. The guns roared once more. The fragile peace shattered. The soldiers, caught between their humanity and their duty, obeyed. The trenches once again became their reality. The truce, a fading memory. Many of those who experienced the Christmas truce would not live to see the end of the war. They would become casualties of a conflict that seemed determined to extinguish all hope. Section 6, a legacy of hope, remembering the truce. But the Christmas truce of 1914 was not forgotten. It has resonated through the centuries since, a poignant reminder of the human cost of war and the enduring power of hope. It stands as a testament to the fact that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can prevail. The Christmas truce reminds us that the enemy is not a monster, but another human being capable of the same compassion and empathy. It is a story that continues to inspire, urging us to seek peace, understanding, and reconciliation, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds.